Hey guys, today I'm going to be sharing with you all how I like to contour and highlight and how I've recently been contouring and highlighting. I've recently fallen in love with these steps and these products that I'm using, so I wanted to share with you guys, and I know that I have not done a makeup video in like a month, and I'm so sorry for that. Just please bear with me, and more will be on the way soon. I'm so sorry. But yeah, today I'm going to be sharing with you all my contour and highlight routine. This is just the things that I've been using lately, the products I've been using, and my routine. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I do my contour and highlights, then please keep on watching. Alright guys, so to begin my contouring and highlighting, I obviously started out with foundation, and the foundation I used was the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. This has been my favorite these past couple of months. I actually have just a little bit left and I love it. So I went ahead and applied a very thin layer of this with a damp beauty sponge. So I do have a mixture of higher end and drugstore products in this video. If you guys just want to see how I contour and highlight with just drugstore products or just higher end products, let me know in the comments below and I'll make sure to do that for you guys. So to get started, like I said, I already put on my foundation, so that is already checked away. So we have that on. Now I'm going to go ahead and use my NYX Mineral Foundation as my contour. Love how it's in the stick form, so you really have control over where your contour line is going to go. So as you'll see, this is a pretty dark color. Obviously, it's not my foundation color, but that's what you want in a contour. You want it to be a darker shade. Where I want to put this is from the tops of my ear, so right over here, and I'm going to bring it down wherever you feel your cheekbone. You can suck in, do the fishy face, however you want to do it. I know everyone has their own special way, so take right from the tops of my ear a little bit right here and draw a line like this. And I'm going to scoop it just like that a little bit, like that. And you want to be careful of your hair like I just did. I just got it in my hair, but you kind of want to be careful when you do that. Then I'm going to also bring it to the temples. So right along there, I'm just going to draw kind of like a dotted line. And then I have a smaller forehead, so if I wanted to make it bigger, I would add more highlight to my forehead and then add just a tiny bit of contour, like ever so slightly, right to the top. So I'm literally just going to draw 2 dots right there. I really don't want too much on my forehead, but the temple area is where I can bring it down into there. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side and kind of scoop it in as I get my hair involved. And then you also want to bring it down to your jaw. So I'm just going to do one line. If you're using powder, it might be a little bit easier, especially for beginners. So then I'm also going to bring it onto my nose to have the illusion of a slimmer, smaller looking nose. Bring it up just like that. And it should end up where your eyebrows begin, kind of like that. So now that I'm looking super cray, yeah, that's pretty much that. You can make this thicker if you wanted to, but I find when I use this product, it already has a lot of pigmentation and stuff with it. So then for the highlighting section, I'm going to use the lighter shade of the same mineral stick. It's in the shade Medium Beige, and I'm going to bring that right here, down the bridge of my nose, so in between our little contour area, on my forehead. And I'm not going to add too much because I do have a layer of foundation underneath. So in order to not get that cakey look, you want to be careful of how much product you put on top of the foundation. I'm going to put it on my chin and right here. And you can always go back after you blend it out to see kind of what you're working with and how much more you need and stuff like that. So now I'm going to go in with my damp beauty sponge, and I'm actually going to spray a little bit of the Smashbox primer water on it. So you want to start out by blending the darker color first and then go ahead and blend in your light. You want to make sure that wherever you place your contour and highlight is where it's going to stay in this process. So you're just going to ever so gently blend it in with either a beauty blender or a brush. If I'm not going to use this, I would definitely be using a pointed kabuki brush like this I have. So with these sections of the contour, you want to make sure that when you blend, you're keeping it in the same spot that you placed it in, but you're also blending and bringing it up. You never want to bring it down because that defeats the whole purpose of putting that line there. And yeah, you don't want to get any of the darkness over here. You want to make sure that it's lifting up, so your cheekbones and everything will be lifted up so it looks slimmer, if that makes any sense at all. You just don't want to bring it past the line that we drew, because then that would be totally pointless. And as far as the forehead and the temples, you want to make sure you bring it back. So I'm going to go ahead and start blending this together. So if you were doing this on an every single day basis and you don't want it to be too glam and too heavy on the face, you can of course use powder. You would basically hit these areas of your face. And as for the nose, blending it out, I'm going to be bringing it downward and extending the line upward, like so. Now I'm going to spritz my brush for the highlight part with the same Smashbox primer water, just to get it a little bit more wet and easier to blend. And I'm just going to tap down on the highlight shade. Okay, so now I'm going to be taking my Anastasia contour kit. You can use any of your darker bronzers to use except with the shimmer for this step, because I'm basically going to be setting what I just put on my face and make it a little bit darker and how I like to wear it. But again, everyone is different. So I'm going to take these colors right here and my NARS It's brush. It has seen better days. It is very old now. We need a new one, but it still does the job for me. So I'm going to go in with this middle shade right here. Very, very little amounts because it does go a super long way. And I'm going, whoops. And I'm going to start from the tops of my cheekbones and really just bring it to here. And then the same color I'm also using on the bridge of my nose. I'm also going to go in my Sonia Kashuk concealer in the shade Ivory and place just a tad right underneath my eyes. So now is the highlighting portion that will make your cheekbones pop and everything like that. And you're probably like, well, Brie, you just highlighted. Yes, I highlighted with the lighter shade to make sure my shadows of the contour pop, but I want to make sure that I add some type of highlight so my cheekbones as well pop. And today I'm going to go with the BB Plus Illumination and then put one of those over top of it very lightly, just so it has something to set it as well and it gives that extra oomph. What I'm going to do is rub them together like that and just dot it on where my cheekbone is, and it's going to be on the highest point of my cheeks. So the highest point of my cheeks would be right here. You want to make sure you don't get too much highlighter by your eye, like right under here where we put our concealer, because you don't really want that area to be highlighted. And bring it right there like that. Now highlight is my all-time favorite, so sometimes I go a little crazy with this and sometimes I don't. And then I'm also going to bring the same highlighter down the bridge of my nose. And then on the tops of my Cupid's bow. Because that's going to make the top portion of our lip appear a little bit bigger as well. And then I don't bring this into my forehead area because I put the lighter shade of highlighter there, and I don't really like to put anything like shimmery or glowy in my forehead area. Now to blend this together, I'm going to be taking a different beauty sponge. I'm going to be wetting it with my Smashbox primer water again. You don't have to, but damp beauty blenders are always the best route to go. And this is clean, it's just shrunk because it's not really super wet. So I'm just going to be using the pointed side to blend that. And I'm just going to be patting it down just like that.
And I just blend it until you can't blend no more.
Now I'm going to be taking a fan brush like so. This one is from Silk Pro. Taking my Becca Moonstone highlighter. Putting just a tad on the brush. Alright guys, so that is it for my highlight and contour. I really hope that you guys learned something new or learned something cool. And if you guys did enjoy, be sure to give it a big thumbs up for me. It would mean a lot. If you guys are new and are not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe for me. It would mean a ton. And I love you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!